was just for very special people. But it is for very special people, actually. But I just never thought that art would ever be for me. I was too caught up in the streets on trying to survive every day. I wanted happy people around me, and it just so happened that like the happy people that were around me were artistic people, and their artistic thing, whatever it was, kind of rubbed off on me, and it all started with one flower. To this day, I'm still making the exact same flower, but it's keeps getting better and better and better. That same flower keeps growing and growing. And I feel like I'm keeping a lot of people motivated too with the art thing, because like art is constantly on my mind, and the people around me, like I have a lot of people around me, and I'm just always like, art, we could do this something. We could go do something. Let's go do something artistic.
Now, Artena, I like to mold with clay a lot. I've been making a chess set, which you guys will probably see pictures of. And yeah, mostly molding things out of clay. I always liked Play-Doh as a kid.
I think art helps people because it's a part of their soul. I think that, I think when we express things on a daily basis, we kind of are shallow in nature. But with art, you can sort of go deeper and kind of see where the heart of a person is, and see what they feel and what they can't communicate with mere words. And I think art helps life not seem so mundane and vacuous.
Art Center, there's so many artists that are so good, and it just makes me happy and giddy. Really like bubbly inside. Each color represents a mood for me, and each line is a piece of frustration that gets taken out and put on paper, and it helps me focus.
Well, before coming here, I didn't really do art or any of that, but came here, started drawing, working with yarn, crocheting, knitting and stuff, random stuff. Picked up a piece of wood and this thing and started carving, and found out that's what I like to do now, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Everybody needs to be able to have time to process different traumas and issues that have occurred in their life, and I think that most people don't have nearly enough access to things like that, and thereby don't heal well from traumatic experiences in their life or oppressive societal norms that we deal with every day. I think that having a safe place that you can come and express yourself, that you don't have to pay money to access, because so many people who are dealing with oppressive figures in society don't have money and don't have the ability to do things like buy canvases for themselves or paint or have access to a pottery wheel to create various things. And I think that being able to let that raw emotion or calculated thoughts flow from your mind outwardly, and to externalize that and be able to create something out of all of that and out of all of the brokenness and rubble, and be able to build something to start with, is incredible. And it's incredibly empowering, because it also gives you a chance to have a certain amount of affirmation that you are indeed a worthwhile being, and that we do all have intrinsic value, and that everybody has that. And having a safe place to also keep those things, that you can store art that you're working on, is also incredibly valuable. If I had to take every wet painting out of here that I've made, well, I'd probably be selling $3 paintings on the street because I wouldn't have anywhere to keep them all for a more appropriate time and place in my life.
Seattle's Juilliard for the homeless.